Kubey, what's up? Got a Kubey, yeah. And I'm actually pretty excited for this Kubey. This is a KB400B, CPM 20 titanium. The colors that dark matter they've been doing that I really, really like. And so what this is a Kubey Sumo. It's a button lock. And um, Timber's Edge Knives has a few of these. This is another KB400B in the dark. And then I believe this is the KB400D. This one's the bronze version. And so there's two of these that are in a box that have not been opened, these Kubey Sumos. And they're not cheap. I'll cover the price when I'm done. But this one's got an open box. So I get to put my hands on it. And honestly, I think we're going to take it apart, the whole thing. Let's get a good look at it. The Kubey Sumo. So I saw the Sumo quite a while back and was not able to secure one. Like they just sold out, disappeared. And Timber'sEdgeKnives.com got their hands on, I believe, these three, maybe more, but at least these three. And so, yeah, we get to check one out. What do we got going here? It's a button lock for sure. Let's try the thumb stud. Oh, yeah, that's placed right. Just very intuitive right there. The little angle. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I saw. This thing's cool. Even the hatchet for the Hoback knives, their little logo. This is a Hoback knives design. Very cool. Button lock. Oh, is that thing built like a tank. There's a little button stick going on here. Spidey flick or thumb flick, reverse flick, very intuitive. Little button stick. It's got this fuller. Oh, sharp edge, reverse flick, nice. Thumb flick. Wow, there's a lot going on here. It's got some button stick. And then what's this? Is that a flipper tab? I'm gonna try it. I think it is, but you gotta commit. Yep, there it is. Wow, is that weird? Like, look at how, like, there's almost nothing there. No jimping, definitely disappears, but, yeah, look at that. And, yep. What a nice little chunk. And I love the raw titanium. Yeah, wow, is that nice. And it's carried over into the blade finish. It's got sort of like a OD military green finish look to it. Pocket clip is nice and stiff. It's got that little plastic guard in there. Recessed into the titanium. The backspacer's got some nice jimping on it. And it is milled to receive the blade here. Let's see how far the blade, oh yeah, the blade's way down into that backspacer. So that's all milled out. Solid as a rock. The button works flawlessly with no button stick, which that's the way that works. I mean, you get a knife with a horrible button stick. If you use the button, it'll have none. But for some reason, you flick that out, button stick. So, hey, you know what? Let's take this one apart. This will be an open box unit that's been used to photograph and video. The others, the bronze and then the other version of this dark matter, we're going to leave the box sealed. I'm not going to get in those. So I might try to snatch some stock photos of the bronze version. But the photos for this dark matter version, there'll be an open box item, and then there'll be another unopened box. But the photos will be the same. Okay. Let's see if we can't lift up here so we don't run the risk of the spring flying. And it did, but it flew right into my lap. Look at this backspacer. It's been milled out all the way across there. It's pinned, and it weighs nothing. Super light. Very nice. Let's get these washers out. Backspacer's pinned in 2 places. Cage bearings. Oh, what a chunk. I mean, well over half of the weight of the knife is right here in this big, thick stock blade. Look how thick that stock is. Yep. Big, tall, flat grind. But, yeah, that's a beast of a piece. And then the one screw that runs through the pocket clip that holds everything down on the back side of the knife is a beast of a screw. Look at that thing. Pivot's got the nib milled into it, so it's captured by the little nib here. Very cool. Well, we'll wipe it down. I do think I might take a look here and here to see if I can't resolve that stick. Well, we'll see. I know right now I'm going to take a towel and I'm going to wipe everything off. Yeah, what a cool piece. And these things sold out like bam. They dropped and then they disappeared. So I was none too joyed when I found out they had some models over there. Nice skeletonizing in the titanium scale, reduced weight. Lots of weight reduction going on there. But it's still a slab. Mm-hmm. All right. Little pieces. I'm probably going to be very sparing on the oil here because a lot of times stick on a button lock can be created by oil getting in there. It's weird, but oil doesn't do the same thing. I think oil turns into a cutting lubricant when it's under pressure like that. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff now. Don't believe any of that. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do believe oil can get in an action like that and then cause button stick. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to be really sparing with the oil. And I am going to see if I can't clean this up a little bit in here. I don't want to go crazy on it, but Sometimes just the slightest little, and of course it may just resolve itself by being used. You know, a lot of button stick will resolve itself if you just use it, right? I'm also going to do the button. All right. Well, let's see what's up. We'll put it back together. We're going to go down here so that we can put the button in there and get that pivot set. I love this dark, I think, I don't know if they're calling it dark matter, but it's dark, and I love it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. That other pin, why does this seem strange to me? Seems strange. Okay, the other pin is not for that. That's for the screw. This pin goes here to locate the pocket clip. That's what that's for. Okay. Calm down, bro. Let's get our button in place. I want to get these bearings in now. They're going to go this way. So here's what I'm going to do to keep that oil down to a minimum. I'm just going to put some oil on my finger and rub that bearing in it. So no excess oil, just literally, come on, man. Have to, my pivot got off. So I had to do a complete reset. There we go. Yeah, it's got a washer. It's got to go down in there before the bearing. Like so. Get our button back in place. All right, one more time. I'm gonna have to set that button in with the blade. Okay. I think we're there. Okay, now we got to line the screw up and the pin. Okay, the pin just sits in there. I thought it went into the backspacer, but it doesn't. It just sits there. Okay. I mean, that action is super locked up, and it's stupid slick. Look how free that blade is. It's got some button stick, though. Yeah, it's got a fair piece of button stick. Ooh, not good. Okay, well, I'm going to work on that again because, yeah, I'm just not digging that at all. I mean, there's none if I use the button. But if I use that back flipper, button stick, if I use the thumb flick, massive button stick, and that reverse flick, same. Oh yeah, that's terrible button stick. Let's see if I can't get that figured out. Okay, well, it was a journey. I can tell you that. I have worked on that little button in there. I got polish on my fingers. This thing had a mountain of button stick on it, and it's still got a little bit if I reverse flick or thumb flick. There's a little bit there. Same thing with that little back flipper. There's a tiny little bit. If I use the button, though, zero button stick. So I've just super polished that up, and the amount that stick that's there for that now, pardon me, I'm going to say is tolerable. You know, it's a little bit, but it's clearly got button stick in there. Will it get better? It should through time. Yeah, if I flick it hard, it's got a case of stick for sure. Like that, it's going to be really hard now. Yeah, like it's taking everything I got to unstick that button at that point. But I'm kind of done with it. I tell you, I'm almost gonna have to tell Timber's Edge that they're gonna have to put a disclaimer on these knives. I'm tempted to open the other ones to see if they're carrying the same stick or if this is a unruly piece because it's significant. I mean, honestly, I think I'm going to stop the video Oh, and I'm gonna work on it again. Look at how hard I had to press that to get past that stick. Oh, look at how hard I'm pressing that, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it some more because it's unacceptable. And then of course the question is, do these have it? And I almost think I'm gonna open them up because I mean, if they ship these like that, if you're a tinkerer like me, I don't know that I've ever sent a knife back for button stick. I fix it. But oh my goodness, yeah, it's pretty good. So let's see if I can't get a victory and finish it, and then I'm gonna I may reach out to them and go, hey, I think we should open these and at least check that action to see if they're stuck. But I'll be right back. Okay. Well, golly, it took a monster effort to get this, and ultimately, after a lot of polish work and this and I mean just everything I could put my hands on, I ended up taking a little tension out of the spring, and that final move got me down to almost no button stick. And so, was it all about the tension all along? Maybe. I don't know. So, I'm going to get rid of this stuff. And then the question's going to be, am I going to mess with these two? And here's what I've decided. I am not going to open these. I'm going to leave them be. And then I'm going to make sure that they put some kind of note on them saying that there's a chance these have button stick. So if you want them opened and checked, otherwise, just know that you may get one with some button stick. Yep. But I think this one will be available over there too, the little Sumo, and it's tuned up pretty nice. I even put a little Loctite on the pivot because I sensed that it was coming loose. So I'll tighten that before I put it back in the box and let it sit because it has not had time to set. But yeah, it's got the little tiniest little tick of button stick now, but almost imperceptible. Yeah, very nice. Well, so let's wrap up. This has kind of become a marathon. The action at this point, I'll give it an A minus. I mean, it's super solid. The blade is centered. Thumb stud works really well. The reverse flick off of the fuller or the thumb stud, the button, and even this little back flipper. Yep, that thing will run, man. Whoop. So I'll give it an A minus. Let's talk about ergonomics. So I do really like this in hand. I mean, it's a compact little, I don't know, just a chunk of a beast of a knife for sure. Reverse grip, yeah, it's got it. And then can I get down in here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, bonus points for being able to go here with it, which if I wanted to really dig that tip in, this is the way I'd want to be. Here versus here. Yep. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's check the pocket clip. What's that thing about? Got a little background noise going. Oh, these shorts, man. I'm going to have to figure these out at some point. Let's try it on standard thickness. It's kind of cool. I mean, different looking. I like different, but it runs really well on the shorts. Got nice tension. It's got about a half an inch poking out, so it's not a complete deep carry. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it'll run on the thick stuff as well. My spot in the back pocket. Yeah, pretty cool. And it's got a fair amount of tension on it. Not bad. I think I've wrapped that lock already, but let's wrap it again. How about safety? Is there any blade exposure here? None through the back. This wonderful backspacer in here. and the tip is nicely recessed down in there. So tip's good, clip's good, and I can handle this knife any way I want. As long as it's closed, I'm not going to catch that sharp part. Even with taking some tension off that spring, it's nice and snappy into the knife. Yep. Let's check that 20 CV steel out of the box. Yeah. From tip to base, that thing is sharp. Very cool. All right, I'm going to put this little plastic piece back underneath the clip, and then let's talk price. What are these going for? There we go. Protect the knife up on that plastic piece versus grinding into the titanium. All right. The Kubey Sumo, how much? Okay, these are map priced out at $216. But if you sign up and subscribe over at Timber's Edge Knives, you can get 10% off as a subscriber once you put it in cart. Which, you know, what's that? That puts it down to like $190 and some change. And of course, that's no tax free shipping. Yeah. The Kubey Sumo. And then there's also this exact model that has not been opened that you could get. And then there's a bronze model. Yep. Pretty cool. So go check them out. I appreciate you watching. Kind of a marathon, but I mean, this button stick, golly, man, it took me through the ringer. So I'm pretty sure these will have a cautionary tale added to their descriptive over there that these may have button stick. But I think in the end it was more the spring tension than anything. Yep. Hey, I appreciate y'all.